Hey Judy, so this is the ninth grade English calendar. Hopefully, sort of overviewing what the kids will be doing and sort of where they are will be helpful for you. So they will be starting Romeo and Juliet. Their first day with Romeo and Juliet will be your first day. You'll get them with a brand new unit. Obviously, you'll do some introductions here to start. For every single activity like this, introduce, start the prologue, introduce Shakespearean puns, all that stuff, I have put folders together with all of those materials. So if you look at, if you look here, the week of 426, the puns activities here, the prologue activators here, all that stuff is here. You can use all of these materials. You can use none of these materials. You can use some of them. They're all Word documents, so they're editable. So, if you look at the Romeo and Juliet prologue thing and you want to change these questions or these activities, you can delete, you can add, any of that stuff is fine. But just so that you know, anytime I mention an activity like this, I'm not saying you need to create that. I have created all of this. And of course, with any class, with any of these preps, with this class or AP Lit or AP Seminar, you are more than welcome to change everything, to change a few things, to not teach things the way that I would have taught them. I mean, this is your class now. So I just wanted to provide you that stuff as a support so that you're not overwhelmed. But if it's more overwhelming trying to teach my stuff than just teaching it the way that you would teach it, go for it. Like, that's completely fine with me. So then Wednesdays are our asynchronous days. The kids are totally virtual on Wednesdays. My ninth graders read SSR books, and they have a log that they keep for the whole marking period. They will have started their fourth marking period reading log by this point. So the only thing you need to do is collect the log at the end of the marking period. But they have a book and they have a log, so you don't need to keep track of that until the end of the marking period. We'll have shortened periods this day because there's no school tomorrow. We'll see all 7 of them. You're going to read Act 1, Scene 1 of Romeo and Juliet, sort of discuss as you go. Then for homework, they're reading Scenes 3 and 4, and they have an outline to complete. And then we'll sort of continue through the play here, right? They're doing Scene 3 and 4. They're going to review the outlines. You'll do Act 5 in class. You'll do this love connection chart. That's in the folder. They're reading 2.1 and 2.2 for homework. Then they're reading to Act 2, Scene 3, talk about language tricks here. Then they'll do Scenes 4 through 6. They're going to do a modern day adaptation assignment here. Act 3, Scene 1 is the climax. That's where Tybalt kills Mercutio and Romeo kills Tybalt. You definitely want to watch the film version of that scene. Very dramatic, very exciting. Act 3, Scene 2 here. You can discuss night. There's a lot of imagery with night there. Act 3, Scenes 2 through 5, and then just sort of continue. You want to talk about subtext with Act 4 because that's the scene where Juliet's talking to her mom, and she's pretending to be sad about Tybalt, but really she's sad about Romeo. It's really fabulous, brilliant writing there. And then you'll finish subtext with the rest of Act 4 here. Act 5 is the last act. I like to act that one out. I do have a last words activity for you because, of course, so many people die. And then the last thing that they do is write this letter to you. Well, they write a letter to the prince, and they say who's responsible. It's sort of very brief, very short, very easy to do. I like to give them, about a week to write it. You can do this assignment, or you can give them a totally different assignment, but I have included the letter and all the planning stuff that goes with it in the folder for this week. Basically, all they're doing is saying, who is to blame for Romeo and Juliet's deaths. So that's what we do. That's what I would do with the students for those months that you are going to be covering. So hopefully this was helpful and gave you a little bit of a sense of where the kids will be.